Two comedy gals, Mary Kay and Suwon Weaver. Two comedy gals, bringing you the good, the bad, and the... Oh man, that sucks.
Hey, welcome to Two Comedy Girls. I'm Mary Kay, and this is...
Suwon Weaver, and it's Two Comedy Gals.
Oh, fuck my life. Can't even pronounce the name of my own fucking half my podcast. All right, welcome to Two Comedy Gals. Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
Well, we bring on comedians who are women, and we talk to them about their stuff, and also we just shoot the shit. Because there's a lot of gal comedians out there, and we don't have that many forums to talk about shit that matters to us.
Yeah, true. And plus, I want to hear my voice, and I want to hear like us being represented at our age and our range and our skill. And so that is valid, and we're here.
That is right. We are our age, which is not a young age, but it's, fuck it, right? Whatever age you are is the new 30. That's what Tuesday Thomas always tells me.
Well, not to mention age is just relative anyways. And the older you get, the more you actually figure that out. Right. And when you're young and you think that age is like a thing, that's when you're actually screwed. That's when it's a problem, because you're like, oh, it's a thing. And I got to be on that thing with the people that are on the thing.
I mean, it's really a big difference. Like when I think of how my mom, when she was my age, like I distinctly remember I took her out to dinner for her 60th birthday. I'm 60. And like she was all gray haired and, not much fun. And, her and my dad were dicks to each other. And I didn't even invite my one sister because she didn't like my mom. And then she got all like, well, you didn't. Anyway, good times, happy memories.
That's funny. When my mom was 60, she was fairly sprightly, she was really just starting to play golf and kind of get good at it. Like,
right.
She was in clubs. She was always like the VP of whatever club doing her thing, and very active, very like, I got my own stuff going, which is kind of my mom's personality. Maybe.
I'm going to say she's still that way. She doesn't play golf anymore.
No, it's a bit much, at 88 years old now. She's,
wow.
It's a little hard, but she was still like yesterday, she walked the dogs, like a couple blocks, like half an hour walk. That's good. She drives, she goes to Costco, all of it. I mean, I feel like,
oh my God,
it's a good life.
Your mom is awesome. I love her. I'm not saying my mom's the shit, but like she was old even before she was old. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she just didn't like her life.
Do you ever see those people? Like sometimes I'll see a kid, like literally like an 8 or 9 year old. And I'm like, oh, you're old. You're actually, this is how you're going to look in 30 years, like in 40 years, like you're, or not even 40 years. I mean, I feel like they're old, like they're already 80.
Yeah. Right. Like they can't. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Let's talk. Oh, go ahead. Go.
Yeah, no. I'm just bullshitting about nothing. Let's talk about Angie Stocker.
Oh my God. That's our guest today. She is so amazing. Oh, I didn't start my timer. I'm a fucking dumbass.
Oh, no, that's okay. We'll bring her in a second. We just love her so much. She's so funny. We've both been on our YouTube show, Highly Crafty, Getting High. I don't get high anymore, but, she's awesome and so smart and such a great comic. And I'm so happy to have her on.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be fabulous. Now, before we bring Angie on, what comedy stuff did you do this week? Did you do anything fun?
I did a show based out of England, and it was a British show. It was cool. I found it on Displaced Comedians. So that's Nico Lukoff's thing, that he's fairly new and he just started it on Facebook, and it's a great little site.
Yeah.
And so I met these guys, and, it's very British humor. And then there was a few things that came up that I was like,
like Benny Hill kind of stuff?
No, what came up was some racism that I had to call out.
Oh, no.
I just had to call it out. I don't care.
Good for you.
I called it out in a private chat, and I realized that I could have said to the guy, hey, if you're sorry, which he did apologize, then why don't you say it on camera?
Right.
Because you have time to say it. I didn't do that. I might do that next time.
That is shitty. Oh my God. Someone's knocking at my fucking door. I'm sorry. This has never happened before. And Mike's not home. Would you mind if we stop recording for like a half a second? Or do you
No, I
want to
don't
just
mind.
bring Angie on and start talking to her? Up to you.
Okay, we'll pause it and then do that. Roll. We're back.
Okay. No emergency. Just someone at the door wanting to get paid. What?
Yeah. Paid is good. I like paid myself.
I like paid too. Well, I mean, I'm glad you called that out. I got a show tomorrow in China, but I have to get up at 6 a.m. to do it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because I did Sarah Punk, the woman who's running it. I met her in Singapore when we were both doing that Mary Lion room in Singapore. So
cool. And are you doing your jokes in Chinese?
No, I do it in English. I have some punchlines in Mandarin though. So, those audiences get them, right?
That's amazing. That's so cool. Well, I love that you're doing that. I'm doing my thing. We're both doing our things and we're going to let Angie in right now.
Yeah, Angie Stocker, let her in. Our guest for today. Angie.
Hi.
Welcome. All right. So, Suwon, do you want to kind of sketch out for Angie what we're doing and ask the first question?
Sure. Sketch out. Well, it's just lovely to have you here. We are both super fans of yours. We think you're so funny and awesome.
We love you.
We do.
Hey. Oh, I love you guys.
Well, so we're just here to talk about your experiences in comedy and just tell us about how long you've been doing it and what inspires you and that kind of fun stuff. And we'll just roll from there.
Well, so I have been doing it for, I want to say 5 years now. I actually did stand-up comedy for the first time when in 2007, maybe.
Yeah.
But I did it as part of this class. I was in acting school and my teachers were like, oh, comedy would be good for you. So I did this comedy class and I got to perform at the Comedy Cellar a couple of times.
Cool.
And it's great.
In New York.
Yeah, in New York. Yeah. So it was amazing. But I moved to Chicago shortly after that. And I just didn't do any comedy until I moved here.
Yeah.
And so I'd say for the last 5 years, I've been really trying to make it happen.
Yeah, because I think I met you when we both did a show at Bobby Oliver's old place.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Where was that? In Koreatown or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it was in Korea. It was in that upstairs thing where you had to get the key and go to the bathroom.
Yep.
And you brought 15 moms. The whole thing was full of moms.
My mom group. Yes.
Yes, I remember that. And I was like, damn, I think I brought 2 people.
No, that was the only time that's ever happened. I do terrible at bringer shows. That was a fluke one-off. We planned it for months in advance.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
It's fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just, I think that ever since then, I've just been floating around LA trying to figure out how to do comedy. It's weird because you have to figure out how to do it. You have to figure out how to get booked. You have to figure out, where to go, what shows, who to meet. You have to, I think it was last year that I found out you had to audition for Flappers to book you. You had to go audition.
Yeah, it was that dumb audition. Yeah.
Where I'm oh, I have to do that. Because I think so many things where there's lots that you need to know. And so
there's so many steps and you don't even realize the networking aspect of it. And it helps if you have a comedy buddy. For me to even have Mary as a good friend is she's been in it longer than I have. And it's oh, okay. Like you're saying, it's I didn't I don't know.
I think it's hard in LA too, because the community is so big. And especially when you're new to town and you don't have any idea of what's a good mic and what's skeezy with a bunch of guys with their rape jokes, right? That make you want to give up comedy forever. Marty's. Anyway.
Well, that was one thing for me that was crazy was when I first really started doing comedy, I didn't realize how many people were terrible, that you could be terrible and get booked all over.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, you have to be funny to be getting booked it's like, you could suck, but if people like you.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I don't even.
And that's where, like
are we trying to be funny here? Isn't that the goal? Don't we want everyone to laugh? And if no one's laughing, then why do we keep booking these people? You know, it was weird for me to find that out. It was
like, maybe there needs to be some jokes, not just like, oh, I'm just talking to the people. Like,
let me just shoot the shit because I'm hilarious. Everyone tells me how funny I am. And it's like, pump the brakes. Like, can I get some jokes, please?
Please.
So that is the kind of stuff I've just been learning, figuring out, you know.
I didn't even know that you were from New York. That's
no, I'm actually from Illinois. I just went to acting school in New York because,
all right,
it's New York.
And I had seen you like on something cool. Like I'd seen you like on a soap opera or something.
Oh, well, I did. So I used to go to these casting director workshop things, which turned out to be like illegal. I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got like a email that was like, hey, you attended this casting director workshop and this casting director is getting sued and he wants you to like participate and say what you gained from him, that this was like a real class sort of thing.
My God. And not just him doing a money grab.
Right. And so I was just like, well, ignore. But I ended up, one of the casting directors that I met was wonderful. And he happened to cast for Days of Our Lives. Mm-hmm. And so he was just like, oh, if I ever have anything, I'll totally bring you on. You're awesome. I love you. So yeah, I got like, I got to do Days of Our Lives like 5 or 6 times. It's like an extra, but there was like 2 extras in the scene. So I was always with like Hope and Marlena. And like,
that's
I was like freaking out because I love me some soap operas. Like, I haven't watched them in a while, but I used to watch all of them. So I was like fangirling and I would just go on set and it was the best gig because I made like, I think I made $150 and I would be there for like 3 hours.
Oh, perfect.
Just like go on, hang out for a little bit and then do my little tough prisoner scene.
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, look at how they've done.
I know. I was like, how racist / off base are y'all picking me for a prison scene?
It is what I thought, honestly. I was like, oh, look at that. Look what they did.
Well, and I always was like, another one of my friends was like, oh, of course they had to cast you in that. And I was like, I know. They would always hire, like, do a white prisoner too, I think, to try and offset it.
Are you still doing acting out here?
I mean, ish. I do have an agent and she sends me stuff occasionally. I have never booked anything, so I don't consider myself like really in the game. Like I'm not out here looking for things. Like I'm never, like I'm not that active. I'm just like, I want to do comedy.
Yeah.
And if comedy gets me to acting, yay. Mm-hmm. So like I'm just gonna put my energy kind of into comedy and
because it takes a lot of energy. It's a ton of energy for acting classes. Is like, oh my God, I mean, and Mary knows too. Mary's like in a bunch of different classes and stuff. So and comedy takes a lot. It needs time. You got to work on your material and
and it's a different kind of insight. And I think it's a different kind of performance too. But like, what have you been doing in the pandemic year for comedy?
So it's actually been nice that I have just turned to kind of my social media.
Yeah.
Because Instagram started doing reels, like little videos, like 15, 30-second videos, kind of like TikTok, basically. And I love them because I used to be in a sketch comedy group and I was always like coming up with sketches. We were filming sketches. And so now it was like a way for me to kind of get my funny little sketches out. And obviously nothing can take the place of stand-up. Like it's stand-up. But it's been nice to be able to at least be funny that way, kind of make little videos and do little things like that. And so
like, are you still doing your YouTube webcasts? Like, how do you do crafts? Do you do them on Zoom or what?
Yeah, I've been doing my crafts. I do it on my YouTube channel, Highly Crafty. Yay! And so yeah, I do it on there. And then I also have been doing it on my social media, just short little tutorials for crafts, like 15, 30-second things, where I just kind of,
cool.
just like quick little, like, here, we can do this quick craft, like, yeah.
I just have to plug your crafting for a second.
Oh my God.
Because when I was on your show, first of all, like the way you present it is genius. It really is like very specific. It's like, because, with crafts, I don't do crafts. First of all, I'm not a craft.
I can tell when you were like, why do women like this?
I was like, what the hell is this? I just was like, no. But like, I know how to make patterns. I know how things go together. So I could see what you did was very like, here's 2 piles. You can have this choice or this choice. It's very specific. And it's like, so it's not too broad, because crafts can go everywhere.
Exactly. Right? They can get out of hand.
And you were like, okay, so then we're going to choose this pile, put this one away. And now within this pile, here are your elements. And it was like very tidy and very easy and fun. And it's like, here, cut this, here, do this. And I was like, I can do. But why?
Yes. Organization really helps the crafting process because, get going.
No, it's quite beautiful. It's like, to me, I was like, oh, this is a TV show because this is like the way you do it.
I mean, here's hoping.
Yes, I'm serious. No, I saw it. I was like, oh, amazing. Very, yes. Plug. Highly Crafty. Yeah.
It was hilarious. I loved my episode so much too.
Oh, I know.
And I really wanted to do your show, even though I don't get high all that much. And so then I got like, I don't know if I told you this, Suwon, I had to lay down.
I saw it. It was hilarious. Because you were I saw you kind of melt in the corner. You were just like,
oh. You did. She got very quiet for a little bit. I was like, uh-oh.
And then she had a whole box of frosted mini wheats. I ate the whole thing.
That's right.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I still owe you another box.
No, that's why I like to have snacks. I usually have really good snacks here too for for my guests, which I haven't been able to have for a while. But
you will soon be able to.
Yes, I know.
You guys, I think what are we going to do when comedy opens back up again? It's like,
girl, I am going to an open mic tonight. It is my first one. It is outdoor.
Nice.
And best believe I will be taking antibacterial wipes for the mic.
For sure.
Still scared. But yeah, it feels very strange. Like it's almost like this out of body experience. Like, wait, I'm going to go to an open mic. I'm going to go up on a stage, hold a microphone and tell jokes.
Yeah.
People like, it's going to be, I'm like not, well, and I feel like I don't know where to start either.
It's so,
I've
like
seen a couple of people booked on shows and I'm like, what, is there some club that I am just not in yet? Like, like how does everyone know people who are having shows to get booked on shows? And
exactly.
What? So that's another thing. I'm just trying to okay, we're picking up from the beginning again. Like we'll go to a mic, we'll try to make a friend,
Yes.
What you've been doing, you go there. Okay, I'll try to go there, like just, but yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. A lot of people because I know Sally has been waiting to get vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated yet, but I did go to Fourth Wall and I thought it was going to be outside and it was inside. And I was really starting to do the self-justification. Well, there's only 6 people. And then I'm like, how many people here have been vaccinated? Okay. 2 out of 6 vaccinated. Okay. Probably.
There's a place I really want to try, but it's indoor. And so I'm waiting because I'm not vaccinated. And so I'm like, I'll just outdoor things or where it's at right now.
Yeah. And you've
got
a husband and a kid to worry about.
Yeah, I'm not trying
to. Yeah. Well, you know what? I wanted to ask you about your weeds since we were talking about
I love my weeds.
I know. Yes. And you're creative with it. You get your little earrings, everything. To me, what we put in our bodies, everything from coffee and food, all of it is medicine, all of it. And definitely weed to me is. And I was a little bit of abusive with it, so I stopped. But I see like with you, you're just very free with it. And it's like, it's helpful for, obviously you love it and it's helpful. So tell me some more about it.
I think to me, there are times when I'm like, do I smoke too much weed? Am I doing too much? Like, is it too much?
Yeah.
And if I ever feel like, then I'm cut back, or you know what I mean? Or obviously the last year I've been doing that a lot. Like, oh my God, I'm smoking so much weed. My tolerance is through the roof. And then I'm also like, bitch, it's a pandemic. Fucking weed if it makes you feel
it's fine.
So like, and I've all, I haven't had really many negative experiences. Like actually the negative experiences I have been outside people. Like I worked with this nanny agency, but as soon as I started doing Highly Crafty, they were like, we can't work with you anymore.
Oh,
They're like, it's illegal federally.
Wow.
And I'm like, what are you?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And so like, that's been the negative stuff, is like outside people being like, oh, that's bad. And
judgmental, right?
Yeah. And that's just the kind of shit that I don't care about. Like, I've never cared. Like, I've always been the stoner, the pothead, and I've never cared. Like, it's just me. That's who I am. I don't give a shit. But I also just think the judgment from other people fuels me, if anything, because it's like, if you only know because I told you or because I'm wearing,
right?
You know what I mean? Then just be quiet. Or there's so many times because like with this nanny agency thing, it was like, you've never had a complaint,
right?
Yeah, they
honor this whole time. Like, so I think it's just stuff like that where it's like your judgment is coming off of a technicality, not off of the reality of me and being around me, working with me. Like, there are definitely times when when you can tell that I'm high, but then but there's so many more times when it's like, no, you don't know. Like, I'm high all the fucking time. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but like always somewhere in there. Like, so I just think, for me, it's just kind of like, I've never felt like negative impacts. I've never felt like, oh, weed is just making me, doing this or taking that. It's just like, weed is my motivation. It's like, okay, smoke this bowl, then we're about to go work out. Smoke this bowl, then we're about to go build this Lego set. Well, they're about to clean, like
because it's like your energy vibes with the weed. And, like a lot of people believe that every plant, everything in the natural world has its own energy. And to me, what I feel about you is like, you just naturally vibe, with the weed plant. And so you help its energy and it helps your energy. And it's cool.
I do. I feel like it whatever I need it to be, it can be. Like, it's almost like this cool little salve that it's like, like, oh my God, I had a bad day today. Oh, the weed will make it better. Or like, I need some energy to do something. The weed can give it to you. Like, it's great.
And you mostly smoke? Do you do edibles too?
Oh yeah, I do it all. I smoke, I do edibles. I've recently started to dab, which is fun.
What's dabbing?
So basically they have like concentrated weed, like oils and little crumbles and mixtures and stuff. And that it's like supercharged weed. And it's like you basically like you heat it up and smoke it, but it's just
cool.
Like a vape kind of through a vape, right? Like a vape pen or something.
You can use a vape, or they also have like, it's called like a bubbler or something. Like you just put it, like you add like a special little thing, heat it up. It's like a whole I don't do it as much because it's a whole process. Like, I'm, like, it's like, you got to heat this up. You got to put the thing in, use the cap. And it's, that's why I don't do it a lot. But I've started, I'm just kind of whatever. And I've gotten into CBD because I've had to take a tolerance break a couple months ago because I just, obviously during the pandemic, I'm smoking so much. And I've discovered that CBD is really, really nice for kind of filling the Because a lot of
it's like a little bit anti-anxiety.
It like takes the edge off.
Yeah.
And I don't feel high, which I like to feel high. But when I'm on a tolerance break, I accept that I just have to let that feeling go for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Tolerance,
so,
right?
Yeah, it's been so, I didn't know about it until I started kind of highly crafty. And by doing that, I found a lot of like weed influencers online. And I noticed, in this community that a lot of the people who smoke for a living or get paid or get all this free stuff would do these tolerance breaks. And I'm like, wait, what is this? What are you? And it was like, oh, I stopped for a week. And then, I go back to it slow and low. And I'm like, genius, I need to do this. Like,
it's kind of like a dry January or something.
I was just thinking that. I do that every year for alcohol.
But it makes sense because like your body, like you get a little break. So that way you can kind of recalibrate.
And it recalibrates my tolerance. And that's something I want to do. I'll probably do a tolerance break soon just because I want to get back. Like I really started to like edibles and like dry herb vaping.
Oh,
and
nice.
So I want to get my tolerance back to like a lower level. So then I can just like microdose is what they call it throughout the day and take like a 5 milligram edible and like have that be my thing for the morning. And so, I want to experiment more. So I'm going to probably take a tolerance break soon. And that's another thing I love about weed is there's just so many options that
I did try microdosing, in my corporate job. I tried like a 5 milligram and I was like, oh, this sucks. I couldn't do anything. I was just like, oh my God.
Well, your job too.
Is that they do make like, because for me, 5 milligrams is like laughable. Like I took 90 milligrams last night and I was like, do I feel it? I don't know, maybe.
Whoa.
But they do make mints that are, one of my friends likes these mints that are 2.5 milligrams, I think, or 2 milligrams of THC. And she's like, oh my God, they're perfect for me. They get me like this nice little buzz. And I'm like, the thought of 2 milligrams, I'm like, I would need the whole container plus another one. I'm like, not do anything for me.
I give my mom like 2.5 milligrams of some edibles, and that's perfect for her without feeling high, but she just gets a little bit of that dopamine going.
Yeah.
We need those happy vibes, we need them,
man.
Sure. I am all about it. All about the happiness.
See, now we're all in happy land, and now I was going to take it down, but
do it, Suwon.
Bring me down. It's okay.
Well, on our show, we always talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of comedy. And like we've both had, Mary and I have both come across guys that have just been so gross and or
bullies.
Bad bullies, bad experiences on the road. I don't know if you've done much road work.
Than any.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, it's all just a journey to figure out. And when you have kids and a husband and stuff like that, I feel like then you have more to think about in that sense. But, we're always talking about getting a girl group together for like a little road trip.
Tour. So. That would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I want to do like a tour. Like I can't do like be on the road, but like do like a tour. So it's like, okay, the in-laws come and hang out with the kids, and I get to go do my comedy tour. Like that's something that I like want to do. But being on the road.
Yeah. All right, Angie, we're on our comedy tour list. That's
yay.
Well, but we just wanted to know if you had any of those experiences, like, and you don't have to put anyone on blast or anything like that, but just like stuff that's happened to you at Mike's or anything where you're like, ugh, that doesn't need to happen again,
Yeah. I mean, I think I've been lucky because I haven't had anything happen to me. I was actually talking to another comedian about this, Jasmine W. And she, I was like, I must just give off like badass vibes. Like people just don't say shit to me. They don't fuck with like, no. And she's like, you are not a badass. Like, I don't know what vibes you're giving off, but it's not badass vibes. But that's something that I was like, I really have never had anybody do some dumb shit or like try anything gross or creepy. Like I had one guy one time give me, like, I think I did a joke that had like 2 two of something. And he was like, you should really find a third, the rule of three. You should really try to find a third in there. And it was just like,
I love that. That's your backstory.
Where did I ask you? I'm sorry. Like, what? I don't. So yeah, that was one thing that happened to me. But usually I don't know. I stand by the fact that I must give off badass vibes or something because I don't know. No one's ever, and I've always wondered about that too. I'm like, why is no one trying?
Like to me, you have this light, right? And like a lot of times if people are, working with a lot of light, then that darkness just isn't going to come at you because it doesn't want to,
Probably, yeah. I am one of those people who like relishes conflict because I'm so dramatic and like ridiculous. But I'm like, I would love someone to do some dumb shit. Like, please say some dumb shit to me.
No, don't call that in. No.
I know now tonight at the mic, I'm going to get like groped and harassed.
Oh, no.
Great.
No. Oh, God. I'm so glad.
I do feel lucky, I guess, that I have.
I'm glad that's your worst story, especially in LA. Like some of these skeevy mics, that used to be, especially like all up and down Melrose and stuff. Holy Moses. I'm not looking forward. I hope I never have to go to them again. I don't know. I hope I can continue doing Zoom mics and then just shows out in the real world.
I'm just going to say there's also a couple of good ones on Melrose. Just want to balance
Which
that
ones
out.
are good? Tell me the good ones.
Well, pretty funny women.
It's everywhere, but
Pretty Funny Women's on Melrose.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're great. Yeah.
Oh, it's not Pretty Funny Women anymore.
Oh yeah, she sold it.
Comedy Nook.
Oh, that's right. Nathania is doing it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. I forgot
that's
that
great.
Changed the name.
I want to go there, but it's an indoor one, so I'm still like,
so waiting.
Yeah.
Indoor things.
Yeah.
I know. Sometimes I've got like major FOMO because I don't, I've got asked to go on the road with somebody up to Bakersfield, and I was like, no.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I have FOMO because I'm not even getting asked. Like I see people doing all kinds of shit, and I'm like, does everyone just not like me?
No. Okay. I'm gonna have you on my flapper show.
Get booked, and I'm just like over here, like, oh no, it's cool. I don't like shows anyway.
All right, I'm gonna put you on my May show. You're booked.
And I would love to have you on Hot Medusa again too. So I think I'd have to have you in June. So you'll be on Mary's show in May, and then please be on my show in June. That would be.
Yes, I love you. Like I can't believe you're not doing so because I feel like I see you all over, and I love like all your sewing and your outfits, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so creative.
Creativity is what's it keeps me sane. Just being able to make things and create. Yeah.
So let's plug your YouTube again and your Instagram. I realize you don't have your name, your full name on your.
I know. I always forget to change the name on my.
You know what? I'm just gonna change it right now. Just
Angie Stocker.
I'll just do it right now. Do you go by Angela?
That's just how I introduce myself because that's just my name. But I use Angie. I just like if you met me and you didn't know me, I'd be like, "Hi, I'm Angela," and then someone would be like, "Hey, Angie," and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, Angie."
Yeah, right. Because Angie's so cute. Like Angie's cute, and I always think of like Rolling Stones and stuff like that. Because
Angie,
Rolling Stones, they have an Angie song. What?
Yes,
it's a great song. It's so good. So
I think it's Rod Stewart. I don't know.
No, it's
the Rolling Stones. Oh, sorry.
Wait, who's the Rolling Stones? Is that the one with like Mick Jagger?
Angie. See, I don't know. It's terrible.
It's good.
What's your Instagram? So I'm gonna stick it on here.
Highly Angie.
Highly. Highly is not with an E anywhere, right? No.
HIGHLY.
Okay.
ANGIE, Angie.
There we go.
So thank you so much for talking to us, and we just love you and think the world of you. You're so funny and everything. Just all that's great.
Honest to God, like I can't wait. I'm hoping like these May and June shows. What if Flappers is back open and then we're doing them there?
Oh my goodness, that'd be crazy.
So fantastic.
I would plot. Yeah.
I'm knocking on wood right now.
Oh, well, great to see you. Thank you
It's
so
so
much.
great to see you, Angie.
You too. It's so nice talking to you guys.
Yes. All right.
Everybody go
Tonight,
watch Angie's YouTube
hopefully
channel.
I can still do comedy.
You can.
You will
I'm
find
sure.
out. And don't tell us horror stories after. Or you know what? Or do. Please do.
Yeah, well,
Run right to
let me
us.
come back with the horror story. We'll see. After the curse I just put on myself. We'll see how my night goes.
We'll have you back just for that story.
All right. You take care.
All right. Bye,
Thanks.
Angie.
Bye.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, that was
Oh my
fun.
God, that was so fun.
She's great.
I love her. Her energy is just so bubbly and bright, and great.
And I like talking to her about the weed too, because I had an issue with it because I did so much, it kind of took me down, But when you make friends with the plant like that and, you're vibing with the energy, like you said, then it's all good.
Oh, well, you know what? Because I'm in that energy class, right? And so that's what we did today was we breathed energy with a plant. Like we brought the plant to the meditation room and then touched the dirt of the plant and then just breathing it in and up and down through your chakras. It's really interesting.
And I like that you just said chakras.
Yeah, we did. Like I did an aloe vera plant and it wasn't like the Angie energy, but it was very bright energy and, obviously green and just like super healing. It was like, wow. Anyway, it's a cool class because you sit by yourself to perceive your own energy and then they bring other types of energy in so you can feel how different that is.
I love it. I want to take it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's 90 days. So she starts one every couple months.
Oh, maybe next time I can try it.
Yeah, I'll give you the 411.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary. You're awesome.
This has been a great podcast. All right. Angie Stocker, Two Comedy Gals. This was fun. Like I love it sometimes when they don't have a horror story and it's like, oh, great. A woman's having a good, positive experience
of life,
of comedy, right?
Comedy, yes. So good. Okay. Bye.
Next time. Bye.